Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordant and we are back for some more Pathfinder Kingmaker on Last Azlanti and Unfair. We are currently waiting for developments in the Rushlight Tournament, the River's Justice, and a Bard's Calling, and also Reforged Blade to kind of progress by themselves. We're basically just waiting on these. We cannot go to Pitax just yet, so this one is on standby as well as this one. And we got the Runaway Throne because, as you've noticed, we no longer have our throne here, we just have like a little stool. And we have to interrogate the people around the city to see if they know anything about this theft. So for that, we're gonna start at the tavern, I guess. Speak with the innkeeper. And I think we have to speak with 3 people. I think it's her, then the captain of the guard, and then also a merchant. So let's start with her. A rare book? Okay. I heard there's been a number of thefts in town. Do you know anything about it? Of course I heard about it, Your Highness. Many houses have been robbed. And here's what's strange. No picked locks, no broken windows. How does scoundrels get inside, hmm? Those thieves are real masters of getting into other people's houses, and they steal whatever they find. At one house they stole the silverware, and at another one they left the money but took the children's toys. Strange thieves. Huh. Okay, so we got some information out of her.
I can see him.
And now I think both of them are in the main square. Come on. I think he's usually with Valerie. Yeah, there you go. You see a stout man suited in well-worn armor. His face is framed with... Okay. Okay, so Lindsay said that it was you who discovered the throne was missing. Yes, Your Highness. Actually, Your Highness, please don't take me a fool or a drunkard. As I walked to the throne room, at first I thought it was a vision and didn't think much of it. Well, I thought I saw your throne in the corridor, and it was running away. Not by itself, of course, I just couldn't see who was carrying it. Perhaps someone really tiny had got underneath it. And my, how they ran. It seemed the throne turned the corner by itself. But the sight was strange beyond belief, so I thought I was simply too tired and started seeing things. A moment later, when I discovered it was really missing, I rushed after it, but it had vanished into thin air. Maybe it was, you know, magic. Okay. And finally, we have to talk with one of the merchants. Where is it? Verdal the blacksmith. And he is this guy here. Perfect. Sorry. Have you heard about the thefts plaguing the city? Heard, Your Highness. I myself am the victim of those thieves. Stole my tools right from my very nose. I was in the backyard getting coal for the furnace and I heard some noise inside. I ran in and the thief jumped right into a magic portal and vanished. I didn't even get a good look. Okay, so thank you. And what do we do now? Let me check the wiki. It seems like we have to talk to the other merchant as well. This guy. Do you know where stolen goods are sold? How very polite, do not ask me directly. But no, I am not involved in such shady dealings, although the local traders sometimes claim otherwise. Some say that anything that's lying about will be stolen in this city, but then cannot be found for sale. You are not the first to ask about stolen goods. Many hope to find on the black market what precious things were stolen from their homes. But alas, it would seem the thieves have their own ways of getting rid of the stolen goods. And now we have a new event, Tracking the Throne Thief, which I'm gonna try and see if we can get somebody on it. This isn't particularly necessary by any means, but if just to complete the quest, I'm gonna start the event or the project. So, project... Tracking the Throne Thief. 60 days, dude. It's so long. Give me a second. I was checking to see, and basically, you can find the throne without having to do this, but it's gonna be a random encounter in the map, which I don't really want to wait for. So I guess once Secundayo is free, I might just put him on this. But I do want to rank him up soon, though, so not just yet. Rank 6 here, rank 6 here, and rank 6 here. I'm gonna go with Valerie here, I think. Success, success, nice. Wants to talk to us. Okay. Cobblestone Druids. Opportunity. Opportunity. I want to rank you up, so not you. And problem. Ah, damn it. We have time for it. It's only on the 6th month, we're on the 4th one. Okay, let me look at this first. What do you guys want? And then King Cordon proudly said, your evil deeds end now. Or is it better as we've uncovered your vile plan? Lindsay's trying to write something on the go, but she interrupts herself and looks up. Oh, your highness, we have unbelievably, terribly important news. We managed to find out, discover, invent, well, here. Lindsay points to the storyteller, he'll tell you. The storyteller waits patiently until Lindsay finishes her hardened speech. I will have to begin from afar to let you see what I saw with my blind eyes. The stolen lands are like a cradle in an abandoned house, in which the wind swings the skeleton of a child. No few newborn kingdoms have died here, just after taking their first breath. I have collected their stories, these precious stars that have been lost in the dust, and I began to notice some commonalities. It is like a pattern that repeats across different embroideries, the handwriting of the same author across all their stories. One word here, another hint there, false visions, references to a mysterious patroness, lover and mentor, tragic coincidences strangely non-random. Peoples and countries were brought to destruction along different roads, but behind them there always stood the same ominous shadow. And we know what that shadow is, Nyrissa. The name sounds ominous even in the mouth of a restless bard. The evil nymph who sent monsters to our lands and did all that stuff to Tristian. But that's not even the most important thing. Most importantly, if you help us a bit, we can get her. Let's start at the beginning. How did you even come up with this? Well, it all started with the fact that I really wanted to listen to the storyteller's stories. I've been following him for a long time and asked and told him about our adventures. And sometimes I just sat behind him and we chatted. Finally, after I told him about the Defaced Sister and the horrors, and all the horrors of the abandoned castle, he noticed that the story seemed strangely similar to ones he'd heard before. And what exactly are you going to do? The bards know how to send messages through dreams. I try not to use it. For some reason, people got mad when I appeared in their dreams to read my new poems. Well, the storyteller came up with a ritual based on that spell. We'll collect everything connected to Nyrissa. Everything, starting with her every track in the abandoned castle. After gathering everything, we'll unite this ability to tell stories with my ability to travel into dreams, so we'll be able to enter Nyrissa's dream. Do we still have that amulet with the string of hair that she gave you before the battle with the Stag Lord? That'd be great. That'll let us finish all the preparations much faster and easier. What will we achieve by this? We'll learn all her evil secrets. The ritual will let us see her hidden thoughts and dreams. Well, theoretically, it's not like anyone's ever done this before. It can be dangerous, the storyteller says quietly. In dreams, monsters are more terrible than those we meet in the real world. But I urge you to not neglect this chance, King. You are opposed by a powerful enemy, one who has destroyed dozens of kingdoms and empires. If you do not meet her face to face, do not discover her weaknesses, your country will end up as another of my stories. Fine, I'll order you to be provided with everything you need. Get me results. Come to me after we finish the preparations, and remember that I cannot send anyone except you and Lindsay into Nyrissa's dream world. Whatever you have to face, you will have to overcome together, and the path will likely be difficult. Well, that doesn't bode well for us. A new event. I don't exactly remember what the fights are in there. Valerie. I think this is from the rank up. Yes, it is. Economy, lose stability. Or the other way around. In this kind of stuff where it's just like win one, lose the other one, I'm just gonna say you pick. I'm fine either way. Okay. The Path of the Dreams. Help storyteller prepare the ritual. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay. What am I supposed to do here? Project? Yes. Okay, so... damn it. Okay, so... let me check my events here. Because it's gonna suck for you. But you have a better chance of doing it. I think I'll just delay that project until I get done with this. Like livestock, you can do it. And then forgotten knowledge is just gonna have to wait until you people are free. Okay, so go. Go. And then this waits. We're gonna rank up Ekundayo. Not you, sorry. Not you either. The minister, there we go. Oh, finally the sword is repaired. Success. Triumph, nice. So we're now we can send you here. Sure. Do I need you? No, right? I can send you. Okay, so you can go. And you can go here. And let's see about Amiri's quest. Artisan item, nice. Brightest darkness. Don't know what that is. This circle grants its wearer a +6 enhancement bonus to charisma and wisdom. That's very nice. If the wearer has the ability to channel energy, it increases the amount of damage channeling cures or deals depending on the type of creature affected by 2d6. Okay. So that's... I prefer mine, honestly. DR5 bludgeoning I think is better than just having the channeling. Because I don't channel all that often. It is a good item, however. I'm not complaining. It is a good item. I think I'll just keep it here in case I want to heal somebody at some point in time. Also, let's give you the item from the Technic League. Nothing there. Oh, nothing there either. Okay. Bring the sword. Where is this? I think to the northwest, right? So I'm gonna probably have to bring Amiri with me. Which means let me level her up. Oh god, she's far behind, isn't she? Yep, she is. I will just give her some random stuff, honestly. Okay, so what do you have? Toughness. You have Boon Companion, Precise Strike, Weapon Focus on Bastard Sword, Outflank, Dazzling Display, Back-to-back, Shattered Defenses. So I guess you can go for Improved Critical on the Bastard Sword, sure. And for Favorite Enemy... you have Giant Humanoids. I'm gonna give you Fae. And Fae. And for spells, doesn't really matter. Okay. I'm kind of just doing some semi-random stuff here, to be honest. It's just in case we get some kind of fight, I might as well have some semblance of combat prowess available to me. Okay, so we're gonna get teamwork feat. So I guess I can start with Shake It Off. And for the feat, I'm thinking about going for power attack, maybe. Or even blind fight would be good. Greater Bane. I might just actually ignore more Inquisitor levels after this. And go for Fighter, perhaps? That might happen, actually. Okay, take Blind Fight here. And that word. Let's give you some Fighter levels. Two-handed Fighter, because you are wielding a two-handed weapon. Bonus combat feat. I will get power attack. Let's get cleave here. And also bonus combat feat. Cleaving finish. Overhand chop. And as for your weapons, you still you have the reforged ginormous sword. I can give you heavy armor now. This is medium. I guess it's better. Take that. Take this. Sure. Take that. Ring. You can take this one. Oh, by the way, you want those. I think for the most part you are good to go. No. Take the glaive. Just in case. Okay. So let's leave. We will take her with us, leaving Valerie behind again. And I do believe this is a combat quest. I think we just go and speak to people and that's it. And I think it's like over here. Is it not here? Ah, here. Okay, so we want to go to Glenshire. And again, do not freaking ambush me. I don't have Valerie. Please. Please. Thank you.
done with waiting.
Power attack. Okay. So, like I said, I don't think there's going to be any kind of combat here. I think it's just a matter of speaking with the people here. I will still just haste us for the usual reasons. In case something happens, I want to not be caught off guard. Amiri, you little thief, mortal fool interfering in the affairs of eternal beings. It is time to return what was stolen. Shove it. Amiri throws the sword at the ghostly giant, who catches it and gazes upon it, twirling in its huge palms. Fine work. You surprise me, mortals. Your life is but a breath in the wind, a snowflake in a hurricane. But nevertheless, you can at times create something that will last through the ages. This sword is even finer than the one who was stolen. Who are you? My name is Fion. Once my brother Keen and I were powerful rulers of the First World. Together we were nearly equal to the eldest, but not quite. Eternal serene life in our land was not enough for Keen. He wanted more. He wanted to become equal to the eldest and conquer new lands. First he began to devour our subjects, drawing on their strength, and then he tried to do the same with me. As punishment, I banished his soul into the sword, which later fell into the hands of Amiri. Why do you need this sword? It is the prison of my beloved, hated brother Keen, the murderer of a family and friends, a ruler who dreamed of greater power, but who instead destroyed the people he ruled. You nearly released Keen by breaking the sword, and he may yet free himself if the sword is not sealed. But do not be afraid, mortals. We have here everything for the ritual that will seal my brother in the sword forever. How did this sword end up in Amiri's hands? My brother was very powerful. When I imprisoned him in this sword for his crimes, I created a very dangerous artifact. With sweet lies, the sword persuaded my servant to plunge it into my body. It drained much of my energy, turning me into this pitiful creature you see before you. A ghost, a shadow of my former greatness. My brother, in turn, used this power to escape into your world. But in this, he outwitted even himself. Our strength is linked to the magic of the First World. We are far less powerful here than we are on our home planet, home plane. Once here, the sword lost its strength, even its ability to speak. It did not bring happiness to the giant who found it. It did not bring happiness to Amiri, who looted the giant's corpse. Having broken the sword, you nearly freed my brother, but now we shall seal it forever. Why did you haunt the Six-Bear tribe? After I was struck down, a treacherous spirit fled with the sword into your world. Powerless, a shadow of myself, I followed it, for I could not allow its prisoner to free himself. I found the body of a giant who once possessed a sword. I found the bodies of barbarians killed by Amiri. I walked invisibly among the tribes, listening to their speech and tracing their thoughts until I learned the sword's fate. I demanded that the Six-Bears tribe find the thief. This was only fair, for the sword was stolen by one of their own, and I would have it returned. If only Amiri listened to me at our first meeting, much trouble could have been avoided. But even immortals cannot rule fate. Everything happened as it happened, and now the sword is in my hands. What will you do now that you have the sword back? I will not avenge your theft. I never desired revenge. I only wanted to ensure my brother, imprisoned in this blade, would never break free. I once thought returning him to the First World would be sufficient, but now I realize this will not be enough. There is only one way to be sure. I will cast a spell of imprisonment once again, this time on myself. I will place into the sword all my strength which my poor brother so craves, and thus I shall share eternity with him. This sword will become our common tomb. After that, Amiri, you may keep the sword for yourself, but not before the ritual is over. Wait, so all these troubles could have been avoided if we'd simply talked when we first met? That is to say, if someone hadn't started swinging their sword around without even a chat? Well done, Amiri, well done indeed. Don't laugh, gnome. In the hands of fate we are all but toys, both mortals and gods alike. One word said today can create or destroy a kingdom over the course of a century. It has happened before, it will again. What happens if you don't seal the sword? My brother will free himself. He is an endless storm, greedy, cruel, unpredictable. He will do great evil, and he will start with Amiri and their tribe. He remembers you well, but I cannot see his mind. Perhaps he will seek revenge. Perhaps you will become his plaything. Either way, you will not survive. Okay, then begin the ritual. The giant brings the sword to his lips, whispering a spell. A stream of light flows from him into the blade. Already transparent, the ghost becomes barely visible. The end is near. There is almost nothing left of me. I am the shadow of a shadow. I am dust and ash. My power, my immortality, I give everything to imprison my brother forever. There is only one thing left. The giant hands the sword to Amiri. To finish the ritual, the sword must be plunged into the heart of a chieftain. I would give my own heart, but I no longer possess a living body. However, there is another chieftain here. Do this, Amiri, and let eternity come to an end. Nala comes forward. Fionn spoke truly of the threat of his brother's release. I must protect my tribe. Do it, Amiri. I am ready. Akaya pushes her away. Step aside, girl. This tribe needs you. Hey, you evil spirit. A former chieftain is good enough, right? The ghost nods and Akaya thrusts himself forward. Come, girl, strike. At least I'm still good for something. Amiri falls back, turning pale. No, I won't do it. She turns to you. What is this? What should I do now? And I think there's a proper option for this. I'm gonna check, as I don't want the game to end because I kill myself here. Let me just check with the wiki. Okay, so basically what this means is, whatever you pick, you will get a different sword. So, if you sacrifice Nylak, I think you're gonna get the frost weapon. If you sacrifice Akaya, you're gonna get a... what is the name? Let me see if I still have this open here. Akaya's honor... No, Akaya is the frost one. Nylak's sacrifice is vicious. So you deal more magic damage when you hit, but you also deal damage to yourself. Or you can also go for this one and you get the furious version. And I do prefer this one. I'm also a chieftain, you called me your chief, sacrifice me. Hey, don't even think it. I still need you around to become hero. I was once called, Amiri says thoughtfully, then turns to her fellow tribesman. Hey man, before my exile when I kicked your butts, you gave me a nickname, remember? Come on, say it out loud. I won't beat you for it this time. The men glance at each other, one of them hesitantly says, the soft chieftain. Ha! Your words, not mine. Hey you, Ghostface, you got your chief. With these words, Amiri places the hilt of the sword on the ground before her and throws herself onto the blade. This reminds me of an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Such ability is rare among mortals, it should not be wasted. I still have enough strength for one spell. I am Mogo. Yeah. Our noble deeds do not go unpunished. The ritual is over, I couldn't read the rest. Amiri rises to her feet. She touches her smooth skin through the hole in her bloody clothes, then grips the hilt of her sword. Huh, still alive, ain't I? And yeah, here we get Amiri's triumph. She turns to her former tribesman. I paid all my debts. Live and obey Nylak. The barbarian approaches you, a triumphant grin spreading slowly across her face. Well, chief, we won. Where to next? To the first world? Or right into the abyss? Together we can smash anyone and anywhere. Okay, so I'm guessing that the quest line is now fully complete. Maybe that's my duty. Enough complaining, you're just going to take care of these dumbheads. Without you, they won't survive in the south, and you can't go north anymore. I had a blood debt to this tribe. I would not want the daughter of someone I killed to come take their revenge on me. You've paid your debt in full. The whole tribe owes you their lives. Nylak, do not hesitate to sacrifice yourself to save the tribe. This is the act of a true leader. Thank you. It's an honor for me to hear your praise. A time of great change has come to your tribe. Everything changes. It's foolish to believe we can hide from the whole world in your icy mountains. We pay dearly for pretending that time doesn't touch us. I'm afraid the other tribes will pay even more. What are you gonna do next? Let's go back to Numeria. We are not used to change. Even there, everything seems strange to us. But Numerian Khalids are not so different from the northern ones. We would not survive here in the River Kingdoms, even with your protection. Farewell. There's noblesse, look after Amiri. Okay. So basically, we got one version of the sword, which is this one here, Amiri's Triumph. So basically your weapon is now a +4 enchanted large bastard sword. Oversized enhancement +4 and furious. This is what you get special by doing this with Amiri. A fused weapon serves as a focus for its wielder's anger. When the wielder is raging under the effect of a rage spell, the weapon's enhancement bonus is +2 better than normal. That's basically it. Does she get any kind of buff for finishing the questline? Does not. Okay. Well, it's done. One more quest out of the quest log. Alright. Let's get out. Let us please not get ambushed on the way to the city. That is my only request. Thank you, Lord. Let's go back in. And we are gonna continue looking into our rank ups. Because I'm still waiting for the result of the Rushlight tournament. I do want this, but I want to rank you up first. Yeah, that's it. Wait. Did I already do it and I forgot? Regent, High Priest, General, Treasurer, Warden, Counselor, Magister. Yeah, I think I did. Okay, yeah, rank 3. Okay, I'm done. So, projects. Let's have you track the throne. 60 days is so annoying, man. It's so annoying. Let's rank up whom? Level 7. Level 6. Level 6. I'll go for you. Finally. Okay, quest updated. Come on, dude, you failed this? Okay, good. General, Lindsay brought bad news. I don't like that. A test of steel. Experiments. Okay, so maybe you go here and you go here. Let's check out what's happening here. What bad news have you brought me? Lindsay's cheeks are flushed and she's out of breath. It seems like she must have run all the way to the throne room. Disaster! It's a disaster, Your Highness. Oh, maybe this is from the Rushlight tournament. What is it, Lindsay? The whole kingdom's on fire. Well, metaphorically speaking, thank God. And some of it literally. First of all, we've got armed gangs ranging along our border with pickaxes, robbing and killing people, destroying food stores and damaging any property they come across. Second, there are sudden and inexplicable monster attacks being reported all throughout your lands. And third, there are people out sowing dissent with rumors and songs, even handing out pamphlets mocking your failure to fix things, and encouraging the citizens to pledge fealty to Iruveti instead. Our governors are panicking. They've had to use all the funds we budgeted them from the treasury on preventing riots and mass hysteria. Several provinces have already refused to attempt gathering taxes from the people, claiming that just trying would be tantamount to suicide. We don't have much time. There may be no troops marching against us, but more of our regions are under attack each day. We may not have catapults firing on the walls of our capital, but there's no doubt we're under siege. There are no battlefronts and no battalions, but there are plenty of victims. We've been attacked without reason and without declaration of war. We have only one option. To kick Iruveti's ass and show everyone in the River Kingdoms just who's the master around here. Alright. Why am I just reading about this now? At first, no one thought these isolated events would be part of some conspiracy. Even now, it's likely few have figured it out. But these events have all developed too quickly, and in what seems like a concerted effort. As though someone were pulling the strings from behind the curtain, and there's more than enough evidence tying these strings to pickaxe. So you think Iruveti is behind all this? Who else could it be? Bandit attacks are increasing along our border with pickaxe, and the bards spouting negative propaganda against you are singing the praise of Iruveti at the same time. Hell, he even invited you to the Rushlight tournament for the sole purpose of mocking you. Who else would backstab their opponents in such a low, conniving way? This is just like him, that nasty, slimy, fat-headed prick. If he were here right now... But I like Lindsay here. Lindsay clutches the air as though gripping the throat of an invisible enemy. Do we have any definitive proof that would allow us to formally expose Iruveti? Not yet, but I'm sure the agency hired will have something we can use. It's a good idea though. Expose Iruveti, show the whole world the dirty game is playing. It would definitely help us. When you deal with his spies, be sure to keep your eyes open. I thought the Stone Ones were used to dealing with bandits. Thing is, they may be dressed like bandits, but they're behaving completely differently. Bandits wouldn't decimate the peasant population, burn their fields and poison their wells. Then there wouldn't be anyone to extort next time. Much more profitable to just shake them down every once in a while. That's why local thugs tend to be well known, but nobody recognizes these new ones, and all that's left behind after their raids are corpses and scorched fields. It's gotten to the point that our bandits are fighting these outsiders. Some of the villages are even gathering weapons and supplies to help our bandits because they at least let them live, but they're still losing. What do we know about the monster attacks? The reports are controversial. They talk about things you wouldn't even hear in fairy tales. Educated wyverns, trolls wearing armor, even undetectable goblin ghosts. But all the testimonies agree on one thing. They emerge in small groups, literally from nowhere. In the middle of a field, in the center of a city square, on fortress parapets, one in reported monsters rushing into the common hall from bedrooms and storerooms. And in a temple nearby, the monsters fell down on the heads of the praying congregation, breaking through the roof with a wild roar. Just a few hours ago, a messenger showed up at the castle with a missive offering the services of a group of rangers who specialize in investigating mysterious cases similar to these. For a small fee, they're ready to facilitate establishing the nature of these inexplicable events. I suppose we should take them up on it. I have no idea how else we'd go about finding the source of these attacks. Do we know who spread the propaganda? Yes and no. The bards handing out pamphlets and singing standard about you have been seen in city streets, but none have been caught. Obviously, someplace in Pitax is training these people and printing up their pamphlets, and judging by the style and quality of the texts, someone from Pitax's Academy of Grand Arts was tasked with this mudslinging. I recognize their style of verse from a mile away. If I were you, that's where I'd start looking for agitators. Alright, enough talk then, there's no time to waste. Fortunately, the situation could be worse. Your decisive victory in the Rushlight tournament really bolstered the people's faith in you and your abilities. Your skillful performance in the Rushlight tournament and repartee with the audience charmed citizens of Pitex and made your own service proud. Okay. It's funny how such nonsense can affect people's minds more than real feats and atrocities do, but this works out in our favor. Thanks to that victory, we'll have a little more time to deal with whatever vile act that madman from Pitex throws at us. Okay. So basically, it's not super urgent to go for this. Rigongar, because we ranked them up. What should I make a deal with? What is this? Ah, I remember this. I think he wants us to choose people to defend our city. I'm gonna speak with them just very quickly here. They're gonna tell us why they're better than the opposition. I think I usually go with the mages, which is also what Rigongar tries to go for. But you know, I'm biased towards magic, so it's kind of expected. I also love dwarves, though. Okay, so yeah, he does agree with going with the mages. And we pay 3 BP per week. Engineers. Mages. Or strength and agility. Okay, so basically everything is the same. We always lose BP per week, and we always get +5 military. Okay, so yeah, mages. Artisan. Yeah. What do you have? Weaver's Chainmail. That probably sucks. Artisan. Dark Bidding. Artisan. Oh. Weaver's Chainmail. So medium armor plus 3, +2 reflex, resist acid, and you can cast web 3 times per day. Really? That's what you get me? And Dark Bidding, Fauchard. It's a +3 Fauchard, +2d8 negative energy, And animate dead once per day as for 8 rounds. It's not a bad weapon. Okay, cool. Let's check our events. But I think we're gonna have to go for the main quest there. Okay, so you two are probably going for something. Projects. We have a new rank up. On the Trail of Monsters. Monsters by rate are attacking our kingdom, appealing to... Okay. I think I can handle this without doing this project. I'll double check with the wiki. And Casila's the general. Okay, let me check here then. War of the River Kingdoms. Find a way to deal with the bandits. Discover why monsters are attacking the kingdom and find the propagandists and oppose the influence of Pitax. Okay, so let me check if I do need to get that project going. Okay, so I just checked. We don't need to do the event. The event is only there for us to find a location, which I think we can find without even having a perception check. So we're gonna go for that. So you guys can just go for this. So let me see what I have. I think all of these quests are kind of easy, which is good for a change. So you stay behind. You come in. And the place we're looking for the monsters is called the Menagerie. You got extra competence bonus on stealth checks. 62, nice. Will make us traveling around the wilds a better, easier, I guess. So it's called the Menagerie, and I think it's around here. Because I saw the location on the wiki. And the other areas, I think, should also be around here. Does it say? They must be stopped, doesn't say where. It's always some of... In the village called Little Town. But do I know where this is? I thought it was over here, it's not, right? Or is it over here? Maybe. Okay, so I'm gonna start by going to the Menagerie, which is around here. Or do I go to Little Town? I think it's relevant the order in which you do this. I can even start through here and then make my way down to uncover this part of the map. Yeah, I'll do that. So, Glenshire. Let's not get ambushed, please. Swamp Ruins. The Menagerie, there we go. Discover why monsters are attacking the kingdom. Okay. Is this a skeletal merchant? It is. Do you have something new, my friend? No. Oh, he went back to his previous items, didn't he? These are sucky. I don't care about this. I guess I can give you this. And the Fauchard as well. And penalty. Not here. Let's go up. Okay. Now, this is gonna be a combat-heavy area, if it is the place I'm thinking of. Yes, it is. And I think it's also full of traps.
I am yours to command.
So let's buff up here. I think the main problem with this area is at the end, where we have to fight a spellcaster. The rest shouldn't be too much of an issue. Famous last words and all that. Okay. I am gonna give this to Rigongar only, I think it should be enough. Okay, so you want Archon's Aura. You want Frightful Aspect. I don't think I need Death Ward, but just in case, man. Sometimes I just forget about something and people die. And I don't want that. Let's turn you into a Smilodon. And also, just in case... Alright. So now you are gonna... actually get this placement on yourself, I guess. And let's get some minor buffs, I suppose. Okay. Get your armor on. Let's get an extended haste. I think I will also go for Stone Skin, because the enemies here might actually do a lot of damage. And let's go. Troll Guard. Let me just check the stats on these guys. They're level 6 humanoids and level 5 fighters. They regenerate except for acid and fire. I would love to have a way to deal these types of damage. And I guess I do have it. Let me swap from... or just add, right? What is acid? I don't have acid. Let's just go for flaming here. And buff our sword. Right? Yep, perfect. There's a couple of them, that's fine. Just sing. And we charge in. There might be a trap over here. Let's just charge into Leopard. And everybody else will just follow behind. Let's have you move closer to shake them. You can also just move closer and you just shoot people without fast bombs. Yo! It says he attacks 3 times per turn, but that was not correct, was it? Dude, he hit like 6 times. Bite, claw, bite, claw, claw, claw. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks per turn. Okay, nice. So I do think like it's working the Smilodon thing. We are just murdering people left and right. Perfect. Just the way I like it. Nothing over here. I will pick up the loot later. Are you invisible? Didn't I buff you to be invisible, or just you? Just you, okay. Okay, more of these guys. Smith Overseer. Droskar Almighty, what have I done to deserve this?
I will guide.
Let me actually just do this in case something looks at me funny. I'm gonna start with him. And again, I'm not gonna send in my other people, I will just charge with the leopard.
Don't hesitate.
Time for fun.
He is a spellcaster, but that's not the dangerous one. Man, the leopard is just killing people. Very good.
Without a doubt.
My Leopardon is being extremely effective. I'm very happy about that. Now, I do think that the dangerous fight is over here. So I want to be careful with this.
Keep your wits about you.
I'm gonna give him displacement.
I will not falter.
I feel like this kind of spellcaster favors lightning spells. So I'm gonna go for resist electricity. Also protection. Move closer, let's go for a burst of glory. How are we looking in terms of time here? 19 seconds, let's reapply it.
Concentrate.
Do you have your armor? Yes, you do, thank you.
So, any brilliant
I displaced the leopard. I think you guys are fine. I guess I can give you Bomber's Eye.
Never stop.
And that's kind of it. How is our haste? It's fine. Okay, let's see if we can deal with this stupid caster before anything awful happens to us. You, Troll Snout, stay inside the circle. What does he care if he loses a few toes, though? He'll grow new ones. Yeah, stand as you want, no worries, well, okay, damn it. Where should we throw this patch? So he's basically teleporting people all over the world. Nerd Zottenroppel. How many times must I say it? Don't bother me when The wizard turns to you and cries out in surprise. It's none other than Nerd Zottenroppel, the prank-loving participant at the inconsequent debates. Ah, here you are, Cordumt. I've been waiting for you for some time. Irovetti was afraid you would find us immediately, but he obviously overestimated your abilities. Hehehe. An unexpected encounter at an unexpected place, Julost frowns. I fear your pranks have gone too far, Lord Zottenroppel. Oh, Cordumt, you brought your charming friend with you. Why don't you come a little closer, Sir Jubilost? I have a few delightfully fun spells in stock just for you. Nerdwings. Her words seem careless and fun, but there's a creepy undertone. Are you the one sending monsters to my lands? Who else? The great and terrible Nerd Zottenroppel, the world-famous wizard and master of teleportation. I liked playing with you very much, Cordumt. Without you there, the inconsequent debates would have been mortally boring. Mortally boring. Nicely put, eh? It started with turning random passers-by into frogs. It ended in the mass murder of innocent kids by monsters. And I'm sure it was all just a mad game in a head tormented by the bleaching. Why did you agree to work for Irovetti? Oh, I don't care about your Irovetti, that lewd snot rag. But you can't argue with the bleaching. You turn to anyone when your hair starts to lose color and the skin to fade and wrinkle. But just look at what he helped me build here. Even you must appreciate it. Find a system of underground caves and clear it of all the critters. Create a gigantic teleportation circle capable of transferring whole hordes of monsters. Breed and train huge uncontrollable beasts, then hurl them wherever you wish. Hurl them on naked guards at a bathhouse, onto a bed of a merchant couple, to your privy even, or to a tower roof. And then watch them try to get down from there through a magic ball. Or better yet, drop them into a lake. Think of the splash. What could you possibly know about the bleaching, human? You would never understand this quiet, crawling terror. Jubilost looks sincerely upset. I wanted to help you during the debate, Lady Nern. Yes, despite your love of silly pranks. But the creature I see before me now simply cannot be saved. Nerd pouts. I didn't think you'd be such a bore. It's a shame to be let down by a fellow gnome. Likewise. I think I always fight this. I want to see what these options do. Okay, so I just checked, and you always fight no matter what you pick. You can just choose to go in a... to move to a specific alignment, let's say. So, I think I'm fine the way I am. I don't need a neutral good or chaotic neutral. So, it's time to pay, prepare to die. Praise Calistria. I was looking at you, pouting your lips in righteous indignation, and feared you would lecture me, like your classic paladin. Guards, to me, and release the wyverns. Okay, so this bitch, he's casting Mind Fog. I'm gonna try and bait a lot of this nasty stuff with my leopard. And keep my other people back. Let me check his stats. 218 hit points. Low AC. So like, even a well-placed Hellfire Ray would just finish the fight. But it's kind of risky to just get too close here. Let me think. So if he's casting Mind Fog, I can basically expect mind-affecting spells. And I forgot my Shield of Law. Okay, Cordempin needs some time. Let me see if I can do something here. Let's move back instead. He moves very slowly. He's a gnome after all. So we're gonna move back, and we're gonna cast Rule of Law, or Shield of Law, sorry, on everybody. And this should make things go a lot smoother. Okay, so Shield of Law has been applied. He now has an army kind of standing in my way, which sucks. I'm thinking I could do something here to get past this. But it's kind of dangerous to just jump into him. I was thinking about going for Dimension Door. I do have some range for it. Okay, let me test something here. Let's keep you guys here. I'm gonna send my leopard to deal with the troll guard. And I'm going to try and do something different, I guess. Valerie can also go. But then you two are gonna come over here. Wait, he's casting something different now. But he's targeting the leopard, so I'm gonna let him do it. Come here. Okay, he's taking his time. Come on, man, cast it. Serenity and Displacement. Oh, it was an AoE. Okay, so he cast Displacement, but now he is waiting for his next round. So I want to take the opportunity to do... Well, I don't want to bring my other people here. Let's see what I can do here. I need to get closer, actually. I messed this up. I want to do a Dimension Door mass on top of this guy. And just have my people kind of bash him. That's what I want to do. And after that, you guys are gonna jump in and start bashing people as well. I guess you can start going there. Cordampina can just go over here, and I can go over there. Let's see if this works. Yep. So we bypassed this army. And now we have our frontline killers on top of him. Which will likely shred him. Except for the displacement, which might be a little bit annoying, but I don't expect it to be too annoying. With that, my main character is going to... And you see, if I had selective meta magic, this would be a perfect spot to just cast Sirocco on top of this, but I don't. Grandmaster's Rod, Chain Lightning over here, which should jump on top of him. But I think Knock Knock and these two are probably gonna shred him. Ace can die. He also took 214 lightning damage, which is very good for me. And he is dead. He still did cast Mind Fog. And Mind Fog is annoying. Where did he cast it though? Because I can't see it. Did he actually cast it? He did cast Mind Fog. Well, we are immune to it anyway. I didn't remember that Shield of Law would also make us immune to this. But just for the reference... okay, it's fine. I thought he was gonna cast Chain Lightnings like his friends will in a later location, but he didn't. Okay. This fight went better than expected. Our quest, I think, is complete because we discovered why the monsters were attacking. We entered the cave and eliminated the mage teleporting the monsters. We managed to find out that the monsters will be teleported into our kingdom from a deep cave system in Pitax. It's time we gave this place a visit. So no need to do the project because you can just find the place like I did. Okay, it's looking good. And honestly, the...
I'll cut you.
oh, hello. The... Dimension Door was more for a flashy finish. I didn't need it, but it does make it easier to reach our enemies, so why not do it? I'm just gonna clear this because we have a lot of buffs currently. I'm just gonna make use of them. There we go.
I'm positive I found something.
We found something. I have a sneeze. I'm gonna try and hold it in. I think it worked.
Search.
Oh. Okay. What do you do?
See my destination.
Oh, secret. Okay. I'm gonna use this secret as a cliffhanger because even I don't remember what's over here. But overall, we've cleared out the entire area. The main problem with this area, like I said, was the spellcaster, which lies dead over there. And I think we're finished with this area. There might be something over here, maybe. We'll see. In the next episode, we're gonna clear out the entire area, loot everything, check out these containers and whatnot, and then continue on with the War of the River Kings, finding the bandits, propagandists, and whatnot, and get this done. Something that I also want to mention before I finish up the episode is that this quest is timed. You have a lot of time to do it, and the amount of time you have depends on your success in the Rushlight tournament. I believe if you got the best outcome, like we did, you have 240 days. And if you got the worst outcome, I think you have something like 140 days. In any case, you want to do this as quickly as possible because while you are not dealing with this, you are gonna start having, I'm not sure if it's gonna be events or just straight up negative or just penalties to your kingdom. You're gonna start having penalties to your kingdom stats because of, you know, the influence of Pitax. So the sooner you get done with this, the more stable your kingdom is gonna be. Just keep that in mind. So with that, we're gonna finish the episode. As always, I want to thank you all for being here with me in the channel, watching some Pathfinder Kingmaker. Questions, suggestions, anything at all, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more. Many more videos coming out soon, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, stay safe, everyone.